Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to StarCraft 2 casts by Atlaretv on youtube.com and twitch.tv/Atlair. I'm going to be casting a game between QxGDestiny, the one and only famous streamer, and RGNFuture, a long-time North American veteran Protoss player. And this map is going to be on, I believe it's a GSL map. It's Metropolis. It's Metropolis. I can't even pronounce it correctly. That's how insane this map is. It's actually not a bad map at all for Zerg, I feel like. I mean, it's got an easy access natural. It's got a really easy to take third, as long as you break down the rocks, but it is susceptible to all-ins. It does have a really favorable position for the Protoss, though, as well. Looks like RGNFuture is going to just straight up put down the pylon on the 9 supply mark, as you usually would expect. No early pulls from Destiny quite yet, but it looks like RGNFuture will be scouting the wrong position first. As you would expect, there would be no cross positions in this map. You can spawn in the corners. This map is a GSL only map, I believe, and used for tournaments, but I don't believe this is from a tournament specifically. But in any case, it looks like Destiny's going to be opening with a hatch first. Just at a glance here, it looks like he's not going to be going for a spawning pool anytime soon. I may be wrong, however. I mean, Zerg have been opting to go for earlier pulls now. They just know that Protoss players will cannon rush you, they will pylon block you. You might as well just get that earlier pull down and just get on with it economically. Even if you don't get speed, it looks like nothing yet from RGNFuture in terms of a forge, so there's not going to be any pressure. So it looks like we're going to be seeing a 14 or a 15 pull down for Destiny. So an economic pull, we might be seeing it down, and oh, he snipes the drone as it moves through the mineral line. A huge deal for Destiny. He's going to get a little bit ahead. It means that the Protoss has to move across the map to scout again. He's not going to be active. He's not going to be able to block this hatchery if it does intend to go down anyway. But in the meantime, it looks like RGNFuture's going to risk it and go with the Nexus first. Probably a safe bet, even though he saw this this pull timing, because he just knows for a fact that it's not really an aggressive build per se. And oh my god, I forgot the title again. That's going to be like a thing I do. I've done like in every video I've done so far. I always seem to forget this little overlay at the top. Not so much of a big deal, I guess, at the start, but it looks like the hatch is going to go down right as the pull finishes, which means we're going to be seeing a queen, and then maybe one or two sets of Zerglings. Forge about halfway done for RGNFuture. No, there's 2 gases yet. He may be at them in a minute. He may even opt to get the pylon first. The pylon first is usually a pretty good option, but actually it probably makes more sense for him in this situation to get a cannon or a gateway down, or both. Gateway then cannon is more economical, of course, because you can tech as you go, pretty much. Zerglings popping out just about now. They were quite late. This drone's just going to take a bit of a look around and see if there's any cannons, which there aren't any, which is kind of nice. Besides from that, there is not too much going on. The Queen will be finishing up real soon. No gas quite yet from Destiny. He's going to run really power ahead on drones. Just a photon cannon from Future, nothing too fancy. 1 gas only, though. That's something interesting. That's something you don't usually see from Protoss players. They usually go double gas, then core. It's very rare that you see them in a situation where they won't do that. Meanwhile, from QxGDestiny, we are going to be seeing a second queen. Not a bad move at all. We're going to be seeing this queen epic on the epic chair, creakiness, like the day 9 chair as I like to call it, as you can hear just there. Kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? But in any case, Destiny's probably going to be getting a creep spread going down right. No, he's going to opt for going for triple lava. I actually disagree with this, going for the triple lava spit earlier on. I just don't think it's a good idea. I think you really do need that creep. But it looks like second gas was taken by Future, and he's going to get a sudden X core. So he'll go for a more economical way, I guess, of getting the 2 gas. He's just going to pump in a few more probes in the meantime. He's going to get a second pylon just to block it off there. Better to feel safe. Big drone transfer mainarding from Quantic's main to his natural, and it looks like there's no gas quite mined yet. I mean, he started it, but there he goes, he just puts it down now. A Roach run could be in the works, or a 3rd expansion. Really depend on what we see. We're probably going to be seeing a 3rd from Destiny, judging by that scout out into the 3rd. He's probably going to take a bit of a look around and then dump it straight down, or he may just risk it. You never really know. He's going to risk it and just throw it straight down, which is not actually a bad bet. Chronobus has been saved up by Future, and it looks like Future is going to go Stargate tech. Interestingly enough, that's something we do see on this map a lot, and we do see it on many maps. We see it on the majority of maps to deny quick thirds, like Destiny is getting. Even this is probably even a little late by Zerg standards if they're going gasless expand. You know, you can get 2 hatches down before gas in like the 20 supply region. You can get like 1 down, hatch first, then you can go pull, and then you can go like hatch at 22 or hatch at 27. There are timings for it, which are kind of interesting. Nothing else in production quite yet. We are going to be seeing a second Stargate, but no warp gate tech. Third gas has been taken for Future, which is very interesting. He is quite far behind on supply at this point in the game. He is 10 supply, which I suspect is just the army difference, really. I mean, it wouldn't be too much in terms of anything. Yeah, he's keeping up on probes. He's only a few behind, which is kind of natural for the situation, especially since Destiny is pretty much just powering really hard and getting his Roach one up now. He's getting his Evo Chamber at a pretty standard time. He hasn't even got a lair yet. He's probably going to be thinking about getting that any minute. Probably right now as he hits the mineral count. Either there, he's probably going to get +1 at a ranged attack before he does that, or Carapace, depending on the situation. Scout coming out for Destiny. He's not going to see too much of the front, which is going to surprise him, I think, a little bit. Not to see any sort of Zealot timing push or anything. We see a lot of Zealot Void Ray timing pushes on this map, but it looks like he's going to move the Zerglings all around the map just to check out for some things. He's going to move a little bit around, get some mobility, but Void Rays are in production, just kind of mass Void Rays in the situation. Kind of strange, but it's just something we see. This Overlord is going to scout in the middle, and he's going to see absolutely, like, nothing at all. Not even Warp Gate Tech at all from Future, so I'm really questioning his play from Future, because you just don't flat out see this build ever. Speed will be finishing now for Destiny, and the Destiny's layer has just started. It's going a fair ways, but it really looks like the focus on this build is just to go mass Void Ray, and honestly, I don't think this is 3v3 or 4v4, but Future's a very good player, so we are going to see what happens. He's going not mass per se, but Spore Crawls are being thrown down. Destiny definitely does know the timing for this, apparently. He has seen something that has really indicated. I mean, he's scared with this Overlord, but you know, it's a lot. I mean, these Phoenixes are going to pop out. This Void Ray is going to come from the second one. So there's going to be this huge time where I think Future thinks he can do damage, but I don't think he's actually going to do a lot of damage in this situation. I actually think he's going to get quite far behind. But we will see. Quantic Destiny is supply blocked, actually. The Spore Crawler doing a bit of damage. They're only taking shield damage, no hull damage quite yet for the Protoss player. Getting a nice lift up. He's going to kill this chamber, and is he going to lose a Void Ray? And the Void Ray lives. Ooh, it looks like that was a disgusting noise, but it looks like this Future is actually going to do a surprising amount of damage with this. Nothing really behind it more than Warp Gate Tech and more Phoenixes. It looks like he's going to go really hardcore into this. This is Sky Protoss, legitimate Sky Protoss, and it looks like Destiny with the target actually does get that last Void Ray down, and it looks like more Phoenixes are going to be rallied in. And he's going to snipe this runaway Queen here. Kind of nice to grab that, and more units going to be rallied in. So we've got about maybe four gateways and a robo going down, so no third, so we're definitely going to be seeing an all-in push from Future definitely after this, straight up. So we're going to be seeing 5 gates and a robo after this, and we are seeing more and more Phoenixes still being produced. Lots of Evo chambers in the hatches on the third expansion. He knows there aren't enough Queens to defend at this point in time. He just needs to hold on Destiny and defend his economy, pretty much. That's what he really needs to do in this situation. And now it looks like Future's going to continue just doing his thing. Infestation Pit is about 3/4 of the way done. Destiny's definitely going to be waiting on that, but he's going to need pathogen glands first. Gateways are finishing up. Gateway Tech is about 80% of the way through. The Chrono Boost will almost get it all of the way. And it looks like we'll be seeing, I'm expecting an Immortal push actually. But I don't think it's a good move. I don't really think that Destiny's going to be producing a whole ton of Roaches. I think he's going to be focusing on just defending this air. I mean, Destiny would be expecting maybe some sort of all-in push, but I don't really think he's going to be building a ton of Roaches in like right now. He is seeing these mass Phoenixes. He is seeing that the production did at least like stay up for a while. So I think from Destiny's perspective, I think that he's going to be thinking an all-in's coming, but actually it looks like he's going to be grabbing the rocks here. So he may actually just grabbing a third expansion. Future just getting a very late third expansion, just harassing the mineral line, grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 drones. Actually not a bad pickup for Future at all. He's getting a good 20 spy lead. He's going to harass. He's going to kill a few Overlords with these Phoenixes. In the meantime, he's going to have his +1 about 10% of the way through, while he gets his Colossus Den almost finished. Besides from that, Pathogen Giants will be finishing up momentarily, and it means that Rain Future will have to back off a little bit. With his Phoenixes, the last thing you want to do is get caught with your pants down, but 8 Infestors are only now just been started for Destiny. A very trademark build by Destiny is to go mass Infestors. He just loves... I think the quote from him earlier on in his career was that he said in every matchup he wanted to replace everything he possibly could with Infestors besides maybe Roaches. You know, in ZVZ he wanted, instead of people going Mutas and going mass Muta, he'd prefer to go mass Infestor. In ZVT in particular, he said he didn't like Banelings and he thought that Infestor Ling was better. That sort of thing, which is kind of interesting to see, which it seems to have worked for him to an extent. He's going to snipe a few queens right up there. It's going to be quite nice. And just mass warp-ins, no more Stargate production, that's pretty much resumed. He's going to let these sentries gain quite a lot of energy while he gets his Colossus out. He's got one Colossus being chrono bisted out, but Thermal Lance is only just starting now, even though he's getting Colossus out. So maybe he's looking for like a 3 or 4... Yeah, I'm thinking a 3 Colossus timing push here. I mean, just by the time the Thermal Lance upgrade will be finished, he'll have 3 or so Colossus just in production, and he'll have a very nice ball of units, actually. And it looks like the Phoenixes are going to get caught out with Fungal Growth and Infested Terran, and it looks like these Phoenixes have served their purpose. Maybe snipe one more of these Infested, but no, it looks like they're all going to die. Kind of sad, but that is the nature of the beast of being Protoss. More Colossal AR just being resumed, +1 attack will be finishing momentarily for the Protoss player. Did he get armor? He didn't even get armor anyway, which kind of surprised me. If you're going to get a gas flat early, and if you do stop production for the Stargate, one of the first things I would do, particularly if I'm making a timing push at some point in the next 5-10 minutes, 5 minutes, pardon me, is, you know, you really do want those upgrades. Double Spire almost finishing for Destiny. He looks like he wants to go Broodlords here, or Mass Muta with just a whole bunch of tech behind it. He's grabbing his 4th expansion, but judging, and the 5th as well, but judging by the location on this map is actually not that good for Mutas in the way that a lot of Protoss play, a lot of Zergs play them versus Protoss, which is the, you know, trading base style. You know, you want to move them around the map a lot. This map, as you can see, is like a direct line. It looks like Future's going to be moving out, but there's like a direct line. You can't really just expand here and here and here, and then you can still attack that in a line, unlike Tal'Darim where it's all over the place in corners with different walkways. But it looks like, yeah, Future's definitely going to move out. He's going to move out with 2 Colossi. The 3rd Colossi will be coming out, so it wasn't completely wrong. I'm going to be close to the timing. The Roaches are 1-1, and they are getting caught out. That's a big deal, having 6 or 7 of those Roaches getting caught out so quickly. Overseer goes down, and just lots of Roaches being hurriedly built by Destiny. Greater Spire is about half of the way through. There's no Corruptors yet. There's just tons of Spore Crawlers, Infestors, and Roaches. More upgrades starting. The 2nd Spire is supposed to finish, but it's really going to come down to the engagement here. How good are these Infestors going to do in the Fungal Growth? Oh, massive Fungal Growth in the middle. He could start these sentries. If these sentries die, it could be a huge deal, but they have used all of their energy, so if it looks like a Future backs off here, he's actually going to be very, very good. As long as he lets his shields recharge, gets more Colossi, gets more units. He's resuming Void Ray production, which is kind of nice. And he's denying Destiny from using any of these hatches, which is kind of nice. And he's only just using these Destiny here just to spread creep on the map, just to make sure that he can't take these 2 bases.